everybody, this is St-Pierre Physikinaction. We are on week 4, day 6 of your 90-day cardio body transformation challenge. Now today is a stretch day and also a meditation / visualization. God, I have trouble with that word. However, we're actually going to be doing a breathing exercise. So I'm teaching you how to breathe differently so that you can use it to either calm down or to re-energize. So let's start up with some warm-ups just so that we can actually stretch. Remember, if you take a hot bath or a hot shower or have a massage or something like that, you can go right into your stretches, but you shouldn't be doing it cold. You should be doing it this, let's go do some stretches. It's doable, don't get me wrong. I mean, we do it when we come straight out of bed, but you should have a joint that's warmed up and ready to receive or accept when you want to work in flexibility. You want to get the joint to actually move further. So I'm going to have you start with shoulder circles. So I'm standing right here. You don't need anything. You can be sitting if you want. You can be on the ball, really as you wish. You're going to put your hands on your shoulders, and then you're going to do forward circles. Start easy. It doesn't have to be fast, doesn't have to be slow, doesn't have to be super big. Just arm circles. And some of us have a lot of crunchy stuff going in there. As long as it doesn't hurt, no big deal. And then we're going to switch directions. Now, the warmer you are, the more you'll be able to go far or bigger into your circles without feeling any pain. You should not feel pain. Good. Now we're going to give ourselves some hugs. So you go up and down. You good pat on the back. I mean, if nobody's hugging you, you can always hug yourself. It's a little strange, but it works. And go further and further in your hug. So now we get circulation going. There's definitely some heat starting in there. Now, you can use different things to do the stretch. You can use a stick, any kind of stick, broom, whichever. You can use either an elastic, but it has to be a strong elastic that's not going to pull apart, or a jump rope. That'll work. Towel will work. I'll show you how to do it with the stick. If you have one, grab it, bring it behind you, roughly at the shoulder. You can grab hold of it if you like. You can extend. It's really a question of comfort here. Some of you are not going to be flexible enough to do this position. Just do it as best. If it's like this, it's like that. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of a twist. So we're going to warm up, stretching your shoulders, but warming up your waist. And keep going as far as you can. Now, if you're sitting on a ball or a bench, you will tend to go a little less far than normal, because when you're standing, your hips tend to turn and your knees tend to turn, and I would prefer if you could hold back on them. We're really just trying to get the waist to get some distance out of it. Okay, so we warmed up the shoulders, we warmed up the waist. Take that same stick. Now you're going to start wide. Okay, we're going to bring it up and we're going to go behind this. Now some of you will be stuck up here somewhere. If you're stuck there and it really pulls, hold on there. Okay, and eventually as you breathe, you'll be able to go further and further. For those that it goes super simple like this, bring your hands in just a little bit. And then, whoop, you should be finding a sticking point right about there. Breathe. We're stretching the shoulder. And if you can go down, go down. If you can't, you hold it. And if it's still too easy, a bit tighter. And you do the same method if you're using the elastic or the jump rope. And you see here is pretty much my sticking point. Like I can't go over, but it's really difficult. point is not to get hurt, is to stretch. Good. It's also a good time to stretch your neck. So you can look down, just gently wave. Deep breath. Good. Now we're going to use the wall to stretch our shoulder further, which is why we did the one we just did. So you need a wall where you have nothing, like a spot available from about your hip waist or waist height to about your height. Make sure it's free of stuff. We're gonna change her up so that you can follow us in there. Now you're gonna use your wall and you're gonna have your hands roughly chest height. Okay? Now you're gonna back up. Until you can't really back up without falling through. Now your legs will be pretty straight. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna let your head fall through and you're gonna be stretching both the shoulder and the hamstrings. So we're going through, hello. Your shoulders will determine how far you can go in this motion. You might be quite fine right here. And if you feel a stretch through here, that is good. If you want extra push, lift your bum up. So you're gonna curl your back. And here, you're creating a little bit more angle, right? If you're really good at it, micro bend your knees just a little so that you're not hyperextending and fall through. This is an extremely nice shoulder stretch and hamstring stretch. And just hold it there. Now when you come back up, bend your knees, lift your head, and then come up. The shoulder, when it's in that position for a long period of time, it goes kind of nummy and it's hard to come back into its position. When you're done, always rotate, let it go back to normal. Now we're going to use the same wall. We're going to put our bum to it. So bum, I have a stair here, but I wouldn't be any closer to it. Anyhow, I would make you move your feet at least 18 inches away from the wall. Now what this does is it allows you to stretch. It'll be lower back and hamstring again. It allows you to stretch without hurting yourself. When you're going to go down, I want you to try to stay your back as straight as possible or as curved inwards as possible. So when you're going down, you're actually sticking your bum out. Okay, so you're bringing it into the wall. And then you're going to keep on creeping down, creeping down, creeping down, creeping down, creeping down, creeping down, until your back wants to do that. When your back starts to do this, that's where you stop. If it's your legs that are stopping you, just unbuckle. See, mine are down. Just unbuckle them. If it's your back, that's where you're going to be stuck. So you just stay there and you just breathe until it kind of releases. Eventually it'll go like, okay? So your goal is to stay most upright possible and going down as far as possible. One more. Good. And to come back up, if you need to, you can lift yourself up and lean. Okay? I'm going to have you do one little posture exercise here and then we'll go on to our breathing exercises. You can keep your legs in this position if you want, but I find you'll get more work out of it if they're closer to the wall. I'm just going to bring it to the step. Okay? Bring your shoulders as tight to the wall as possible. So now you're opening up the chest. Your shoulder blades should be touching the wall fully, completely. And you're going to try, this is going to happen, you're going to get this little gap here, to squeeze your belly in so that your pubic bone comes out, your butt squishes, your back squishes, your shoulder blade squishes, and you're really uptight then. And then, as if that's not enough, stick your head to the wall. So this is a posture exercise. The only thing is when you're doing this, you'll tend to, because your shoulder blades are stuck, be in a, like this position. So once you're in that position, try to scoot your fingers down. So you're pushing them down. Push your belly button into the wall. And hold that for a little bit. Push your head into the wall. Be careful not to push your head back like this. Or like this. Natural pose. And release. Let's get on the floor. I'll show you the easiest way to do this exercise. If you have a pillow or an ottoman or a bolster, use that, you'll be more comfortable. Okay, so you need to be in a flat position. Your hands will be one on your belly, one on your chest, wherever you're comfortable. So find a spot that's comfortable. Try to have your feet up, your knees up onto a bolster, on an ottoman, on a pillow, anything if you want. If you're close to the couch, put them up on the couch if you'd like, because it gives you less curve in the back, and then you're mushed out. You don't actually have to concentrate on having your feet or knees held into position. Now, if you notice children breathing, they breathe very smoothly. They're not just chest breathers. I believe as a teenager, I started becoming I'll call it a lung breather. I was in those tight pants, the tight pants that we lifted with the fork and everything. And there was no way any air was coming into my belly. So I learned to breathe very superficially through my lungs. And then I go to yoga and they tell me I have to breathe through my belly, which I'd forgotten how to do. And it's strange because it's not something that we tend to do as realize if we're breathing through mostly our lungs or our diaphragm or through our belly. And that's what we're going to work on. So in this video, you will have a good portion of it where we're going to be working. You'll have to watch me, so maybe have your laptop down low or something, or somewhere where you can actually see it, or maybe visualize it first and then try it. And then once you have it a few times, then we'll just practice, okay? So one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and I want you to take the deepest breath possible, okay? And just try to have the upper hand go up, okay? So when you breathe out, try to really fill it up here and try to leave it empty at the bottom, okay? So that's where your breath is gonna be. Now, let it all go. Empty, 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 empty. Okay. Now try filling up the belly part. Now at first you might have trouble finding it, okay? But you have to relax the muscle. Try to keep the chest down. So we're gonna try to keep the chest down. We're gonna breathe in through the belly. So, go, go, go. Well, look at that, 6 months pregnant. And see, I can still talk, so there's still air moving. And that's about as big as I can get my belly breathing without actually getting my lungs to breathe in, which I can still breathe in, okay? Let the air out. Okay? Now there's a third spot. There's the in-between spot, okay? Usually, if I ask you to fill in the top part and then the bottom part, we'll stop with a center part, okay? Now we can do a chest, center, belly, or we can do a belly, center, chest. And it's different and it's kind of strange at the beginning, and you have to gauge how much air goes in at a time. So what we're trying to do at first is to not breathe in too much air at one point. What we're going to try to do is take in a breath for 3 seconds up here, and then breathe in for 3 seconds here, and then breathe in 3 seconds here, and then you should be pretty full. And then we're gonna release it completely on its own, just let it be, okay? We're gonna practice that a few times. Are you ready? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, hold it, center, 1, 2, 3, hold it, bottom, 2, 3, and hold it, and relax. Now you notice that's a little strange to try to do, so try to take 3 counts, stop, switch, 3 counts, stop, switch, 3 counts, stop, and release. And we're going to try that a few times in a row just to get it, okay? Empty, 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 empty. Up, 1, 2, 3, hold, here, 1, 2, 3, hold, belly, 1, 2, 3, hold, and release. Now you'll notice that you can go get a lot of air or release a lot of air. It's not always the same. Try to find how much you're capable of doing. Obviously with me speaking, I can't breathe and speak and do the motion all at the same time. So try to close your eyes and listen to your breath. Feel your breath with your hands on your chest and your hands on your belly. And you're going to breathe in for 3 in your lungs. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And then center. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And lower. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And release. One more time. Empty your air in your lungs. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Center. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Belly. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And release. Think you have the hang of that? Now let's try it the other way around. We're going to try filling in the belly first, and then the center, and then the lungs. It takes a little bit of practice, so let's just keep practicing, okay? So empty all your air. Think of your belly. Try to fill up your belly first. So 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Center. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Top. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And release. Feels different, doesn't it? Let's try it again. So empty your air. Belly first. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Center. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Top. 1, 2, 3. Stop. And release. Now close your eyes. And let's try that again. So empty all your air. Belly first. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Center. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Hold. Upper. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And release. Good. Now if you were to do this on your own time and your own breath, you probably could do 4 or 5 seconds in between them. You just have to gauge the amount that's going in. And it doesn't necessarily mean that more air is going in as opposed to how fast the flow is. It would be the equivalent of taking your balloon, filling it up with air, and pulling on the tab at the top to let some air out, and then stopping, and then let some air out, and then stopping, and letting some air out. If you just let it all out, it's going to go out really quickly. But if you hold it back, it'll whistle, and it won't empty. That's what we're trying to obtain, okay? So you ready? We're gonna try to go from the top to the center to the bottom, and then to empty it the opposite way. So instead of just letting it all out, we're gonna retain it so that we can empty belly, center, lungs. We're gonna try that 3 times. Are you ready? Okay. Empty it all out. Start with the top, lungs. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Center. 1, 2, 3. Belly button. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Release the belly first. 1, 2, 3. Don't release too much air. Center. 1, 2, 3. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. So, empty everything out. Lift your chest. 3. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Belly. 1, 2, 3. Release the belly first. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Let's try that one more time, because after that we're going to do it opposites, and you'll see it feels totally different. Are you ready? Empty all your air. Good. Breathe in through the chest. 3. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Belly. 1, 2, 3. Release through the belly first. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Good job. As you get good at this, you can actually go into meditation. We did this at yoga. It was awesome. You do this for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, you ready? We're gonna try it backwards. So when you breathe in, you'll start with the belly button, or the belly, the low belly, then the center, then the chest, and we're gonna empty the chest, then the center, then the belly, okay? The challenge here is to leave your belly all the way up the whole time, which is kind of strange, okay? Empty your air. Empty it all. Up with the belly, 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Empty chest first. 1, 2, 3. Keep the belly up. Center. 1, 2, 3. Belly. 1, 2, 3. Fun. I prefer that one. I think it's easier to do. You ready? Let's try it again. Belly first, then center, then chest. Release chest, center, belly. Empty all your air first. Belly goes up first. 1, 2, 3. Keep it up. Center. 1, 2, 3. Chest. 1, 2, 3. Empty chest first. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Belly. Good. One more time. Deep breath. Just let it go. Empty. Empty. Up. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Lungs. 1, 2, 3. Down lungs first. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. Bottom. Good job. Now I'm going to let you finish on this area. Close your eyes and practice seeing your lungs filling your belly in alternation. So I'd like for you to do a few of each. Find the one that makes you feel better. You'll see that one, breathing in or out, makes you feel more energized, and one makes you feel more relaxed. Practice this, practice this, practice this. You can do this the whole week, and you'll definitely feel the difference between your lung expansion and your belly expansion, which will help in the long run. So I will see you on Monday
have a great weekend.